Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You're at the Rural Survival Show podcast. I will be working with Rick Schmidt as I do every time. I don't think I do this without him. But anyway, folks, right now it is November 19th, a Saturday, and it's about noontime. And we're going to take about 10 to 15 minutes and talk about some of the things that are going on. Specifically, Rick, I want to talk about that, what was SPX collapse.
True.
Where the guy basically absconded with $30 billion. Well, at least that's what they're charging him with.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, it is. This is really going to upset the apple cart for a lot of things financial. I don't have a way of calculating or measuring how much damage will be done, but this is what the banking crisis that we know is coming will look like. Pay attention, and that's really what I say. Keep your head down, but your eyes open, and we'll just see what happens. Your thoughts, Rick?
Yes, well, we have, I think everybody's heard that cryptocurrency and the exchange collapsed. Um, and nobody cares because you know what? I didn't own any, and you don't own any, and nobody owns any. And so why should it make any difference at all to you? Well, there are two or three reasons why. And we're going to try to hit this very quickly because I don't want to bore people with the details. But the idea here would be to try to explain to you why this is going to make a difference to you. And I believe that it will. Oddly enough, this cryptocurrency was somehow involved with the jab, among other things.
Yes.
What happened is that the money was being funneled. The money from the exchange was being, well, first
That's
of all,
the
they
right
were using
word.
they were using the hard asset to sell derivatives on the side.
Yeah.
So this is bigger than just somebody robbing the piggy bank. They also had exposure to derivatives, which made the whole problem much larger. But
Yeah.
they were funneling the money to this guy named Sam Bankman-Fried, and then that was being funneled over to the Ukraine and laundered, and then it was being sent. The idea was it was supposed to be used for defense and humanitarian reasons, but it was being funneled back to the DNC, oddly enough. So this whole mechanism now has been interrupted, and the place has been robbed. What happened there is that the derivatives market, the crypto derivative, the derivative of SPF, was in financial trouble. So the people with the private key to the crypto started looting the place. It was like the Romans looted the place before the barbarians got there. So they started, these people with the private keys to the crypto started moving the crypto into their private accounts to steal it before it collapsed. So let's be reasonable here. Who gives a damn? Well, here's the way this would work for the average human being. The way they were handling their exchange and their crypto and the derivative is exactly the same way that the global banking system works. They have a little bit of an asset of some kind. Well, I'm okay. It was millions and millions, but that's a little bit. But the derivative exposure, in other words, they're selling you paper IOUs that you're supposed to gamble with
Yeah.
based on the asset which they stole. Okay, so that's exactly what the global banking system does. Okay, so at the point that people begin to lose confidence in the paper market, which would be basically the stock market or the derivatives market, when they start to lose confidence and they start taking their money back, and or they start asking for the hard asset that underlies the derivative,
Right.
that is when you're going to see what would be kind of like a grass fire in the markets. That's why you need to care about this. And you would say, well, yeah, but that never happens. Well, that's not true. It's happening right this very minute.
All right. Can I interrupt you just a second? I've got
Go
a
right ahead.
question for you, and before I forget about it, will
Yeah,
the
sure.
failure of this particular crypto scam cause a significant loss of confidence in all cryptos? What's your opinion?
Well, there's no way to separate money from emotion that I know of. So it did cause a problem. I mean, you saw Bitcoin lose $4,000 over the deal, even though there's nothing wrong with Bitcoin. You saw the entire crypto market took a hit on account of it. My opinion is that it will recover after everybody stops screaming and yelling. But it'll be the exact same. It'll be precisely the exact same situation with the banking system and your stocks and your bonds. This is exactly how this is going to work. And you could say, yeah, well, when? Well, I guess no one quite knows. But the fact of the matter is, and Mr. Spencer here and I were talking before we began recording, that right now SLV, which is the silver derivative, is being systematically gutted, and it's actually accelerating.
Yes.
They are delivering right now so much hard silver based on the contracts, and you have to be an authorized something shipbuilder in order to take control of the hard asset. You can't do it. I can't do it. I used to own some SLV. There's no way in hell they would ever let me take delivery of the silver that it was invested in. But if you're authorized, you can do it. And people are doing it. And some people say then it's got to be Jeff Bezos, it's got to be Elon Musk, who absolutely has got to have silver for his business. It could be both those guys. They are certainly in position to take delivery of the silver. So some people say that the silver will basically be unavailable by the end of the year. And if that's the case, then all hell is going to break loose. Also, I know we're already running too long, so let me just say, well, let's say briefly that this business, which does affect you, is the raising of interest rates. 4 months ago, 5 months ago, Jay Powell said they were not going to raise rates, and they turned right around and began. So I think we can opine right here that you can't trust that man. He is also saying that they have absolutely no thoughts of reversing the raising of the interest rates. And I actually believe that one, because in order for them to introduce the digital currency, which they're going to introduce, there's no way they're not going to do it, because the system we have is getting ready to implode. Plus, they still want to be in charge after it implodes, even though they imploded it. And they'll get you a digital currency so that they can see when you buy a stick of gum. That's what they want. And so they'll keep raising interest rates like they always do if something breaks. And they intend to break it, and they will break it.
All right.
And then when everybody's panicking, they will come to say, okay, digital currency.
Yeah. Rick, how do you think this? I know we're running on time. Real quick question though.
Yeah.
How do you foresee this lack of confidence in the dollar occurring? Do you think it's going to be one single event? Do you think people are just going to start refusing to take it? What do you think? I know what I think.
No, I think you're already starting to see small signs of it. Because there are people going to the bank and trying to move $5, $6, $7,000, and the bank tells them that they can't have it, or it's going to be a week, or then they want to know what they're going to do with it.
Every time you use it for toilet paper, got a problem?
Yeah, every single time a thing like this happens, they talk to their friends, and it scares people because, like I said, you can't separate people's money from their emotions. And when they find out that the bank is not in favor of letting them have their money, that shakes their confidence.
Yeah.
And if you went to the bank right now and tried to withdraw your money, they would put you through the ringer. I promise they would. And then you'll be aware of where you stand. So
I'll tell you, the only time I got in trouble, or not in trouble, but questioned, was when I took $13,000 cash out of Phelps County Bank to buy this land.
Right.
And if I'd been smart, I would ask for, a counter check, a cashier's check. And then there wouldn't be a thing sold. It said.
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, it might have still generated a SARS report. A SARS report is a suspicious activity report, which gets sent to the Treasury Department anytime somebody suspects that your transactions involve drug sales, fraud, or something along those lines.
That's what the bank thought we were doing, was drugs.
Sure. Well, we're all doing drugs, but the fact of the matter is that the Bidens right now have 150 SARS reports, which have been linked to everything. We don't have time. We don't have time for this, but they've got 150 SARS reports, even linked to people who are suspected of human trafficking. But we're not going to do that right now, but we will certainly get into it. I want to do maybe a short video on that, or I'm sure we'll get banned for that. And then I also want to. Yeah.
We'll still be on Rumble.
Rumble, yeah. We also want to do something on a new gardening technique that I came across, which is, to me, absolutely fascinating. But anyway, we better wrap it up here, or we're going to go too long. Okay. And then nobody's going to want to walk. All right.
Hey, buddy.
Well, what about Michael the Archangel?
Please.
Yes. Holy Michael the Archangel, defend us in battle. Be our protection against the wickedness and snares of the devil. May God rebuke him, we humbly pray. And do thou, O Prince of the heavenly host, by the divine power of God, cast into hell Satan and all of the other evil spirits who wander through the world, seeking the ruin of souls. Amen.
Amen.
Yeah.
Greatly appreciated, Rick.
Not at all.
Very appropriate, too.
Not at all. Maybe tomorrow we'll do one on guarding. What do you think?
Works for me. Oh, you know how it works. Call me and tell me.
All right, let's do it. I'll do it after church. Let me see what I can do.
All right. Which mass do you go to?
8.
Okay. That way I know about what time you'll call.
Well, might have to go grocery shopping after that, but then I'll be back.
Okay. All right, Rick. We'll call it quits here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Please hit that like button. We're going to be coming out with more and more real good information. And sometime in the next week or so, I'd like to do about a 20-minute show on the Ukraine war. Specifically, where's all the money going? So We'll talk about that then.
Okay. Man,
That
I
one
know
will
it
get
wasn't coming to
paid.
me. I didn't get any. All right.
All right. Have
All
a
right.
good one, buddy.
See you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.